Star Trek's Paul Wesley says Kirk is most iconic character in TV history. Hints at Strange New Worlds, Season 3, Paul Wesley calls James T. Kirk the most iconic character in the history of television and hints at what's next for Kirk in Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, Season 3. Wesley became only the second actor to play James T. Kirk on television, following in the footsteps of Kirk's originator, William Shatner. Wesley received Shatner's blessing after Star Trek, Strange New Worlds cast him as Lt. James T. Kirk, who is the younger version of the future captain of the USS Enterprise, portrayed by Shatner in Star Trek, the original series. Screen Rant was at STLV, Trek to Vegas, for Paul Wesley's panel discussing his career as the star of The Vampire Diaries and his portrayal of James T. Kirk in Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. Wesley described his approach to playing Kirk by not doing a William Shatner impression, and Paul teased that audiences will see a very specific side of Kirk in Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, Season 3. Check out Paul Wesley at STLV below. How Paul Wesley's Kirk fits into Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. Paul Wesley's Lieutenant James T. Kirk was newly promoted to First Officer of the USS Farragut in Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, Season 2. But Kirk found plenty of reasons to visit the Starship Enterprise, commanded by Captain Christopher Pike, Anson Mount. After Kirk was contacted by Lt. Lian Noonien Singh, Christina Chong, he beamed aboard the Enterprise to learn how to be a first officer from Lt. Commander Una Chin Riley, Rebecca Romijn, aka Number 1. Kirk's reunion with his brother, Lt. Sam Kirk, Dan Jenot, who serves on the Enterprise, was tense, but James met Ensign Nyota Uhura, Celia Rose Gooding, who introduced him to Lt. Spock, Ethan Peck, setting the stage for Star Trek, the original series in the future. Meanwhile, James shares a mutual attraction to Lian, although neither can act as Kirk has a pregnant girlfriend, Carol Marcus. But with so many ties to the Enterprise, Paul Wesley has confirmed Lt. James T. Kirk will be dropping by his future starship even more in Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, Season 3. Paul Wesley, the actor who has recently taken on the iconic role of Captain James T. Kirk in Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, has sparked new excitement among Star Trek fans with his bold declaration that Kirk is the most iconic character in TV history. Wesley, who first appeared as Kirk in the show's second season, has also dropped tantalizing hints about what viewers can expect from Season 3. His portrayal of Kirk, one of science fiction's most beloved characters, comes with enormous expectations and pressures, but Wesley seems more than ready to embrace the challenge. The weight of the legend James Tiberius Kirk, originally played by the legendary William Shatner, is more than just a character from Star Trek. He's a symbol of an era. He represents the optimistic future envisioned by creator Gene Roddenberry, where humanity has overcome its worst instincts to explore the cosmos, united in peace. Kirk's combination of boldness, charisma, and wisdom has made him one of the most recognizable faces in science fiction. His swagger, his courage, and his leadership are etched in television history. When Paul Wesley stepped into the role, he knew he wasn't just playing any character. He was playing a legend. During a recent interview, Wesley candidly acknowledged this, stating, "There's a responsibility that comes with playing someone like Captain Kirk. He's arguably the most iconic character in TV history, and it's not something I take lightly." Wesley's statement is bold, but not without merit. In the long history of television, few characters have had the same lasting cultural impact as Captain Kirk. From the original Star Trek series in the 1960s to the numerous movies and spin-offs, Kirk has remained a constant figure in the public imagination. He's more than just a fictional captain, he's a symbol of leadership, adventure, and the human spirit's relentless desire to explore the unknown. Embracing a new Kirk, Wesley's portrayal of Kirk in Strange New Worlds brings with it a sense of both continuity and renewal. Unlike the original series, Strange New Worlds is set in the period just before Captain Kirk assumes command of the USS Enterprise. This gives Wesley the opportunity to show a side of Kirk that we haven't seen before, a younger, more raw version of the character, still finding his way in the galaxy. What makes Wesley's Kirk unique is how he balances the essence of the character with his own interpretation. "I didn't want to mimic Shatner's Kirk," Wesley said. "William Shatner is one of a kind, and no one can replicate that. What I wanted to do was bring my own spin to Kirk while still honoring the core of who he is, his passion, his intelligence, his boldness." In Strange New Worlds, viewers see a Kirk who is a little less polished, a little more impulsive. But at the same time, the qualities that made him a great leader are still very much present. Wesley captures Kirk's charm, his decisiveness, and most importantly, his unwavering belief in the ideals of Starfleet. Fans have appreciated how Wesley has managed to respect the legacy of Kirk while also offering something fresh and new. Hints at Season 3. As for what's next for Captain Kirk and Strange New Worlds, Wesley has remained tight-lipped on specific plot details. However, he did drop a few intriguing hints about what fans can expect in Season 3. Without giving too much away, I think viewers are going to see Kirk in situations that will challenge him in ways we haven't seen before, Wesley teased. He's going to be tested, not just as a leader, but as a person. We're going to dig deeper into what makes him tick. This suggests that Season 3 will explore more of Kirk's personal growth, possibly delving into the conflicts and struggles that shaped him into the legendary captain he would later become. In the original Star Trek series, Kirk was often portrayed as the quintessential hero, confident, strong, and seemingly unflappable. But Strange New Worlds appears to be interested in showing a more vulnerable side of Kirk, one that is still developing and evolving. Wesley also hinted that Season 3 will feature some unexpected twists and turns. There are going to be moments where viewers will be surprised by Kirk's decisions, he said. He's not always going to do what people expect. But that's part of what makes him such a compelling character. He's unpredictable, but always with the best intentions. This unpredictability could add a new layer of complexity to Kirk's character. While fans know where Kirk's story eventually leads his command of the Enterprise and his many legendary adventures, they don't know the full journey of how he got there. Wesley's portrayal in Strange New Worlds offers the chance to fill in those gaps and provide a richer understanding of the man behind the myth. The legacy of Star Trek and Kirk's enduring appeal. One of the reasons Kirk has remained such an iconic figure is because of the broader cultural impact of Star Trek. The show has always been about more than just space exploration. It's a reflection of humanity's hopes and dreams for the future. At the center of that vision has always been Kirk, a leader who represents the best of what humanity can be. His belief in diplomacy, his courage in the face of danger, and his unyielding moral compass have made him a timeless hero. Wesley acknowledged this legacy in his comments, noting that Kirk's enduring appeal comes from his complexity. Kirk isn't perfect, Wesley said. He makes mistakes. He struggles. But what makes him so compelling is that he always strives to do what's right, even when it's hard. That's something that resonates with people. This idea of striving for what's right, even in the face of impossible odds, is at the heart of Star Trek's enduring popularity. In a world that often feels divided and uncertain, the optimistic vision of the future that Star Trek offers remains as relevant today as it was in the 1960s. And at the center of that vision is Captain Kirk, a character who, despite the challenges he faces, always finds a way to lead with hope and integrity. Conclusion. A new chapter for Kirk. As Paul Wesley continues to portray Captain Kirk in Strange New Worlds, it's clear that he understands the immense responsibility that comes with the role. His respect for the character's legacy, combined with his fresh interpretation, has resonated with fans who are eager to see where Kirk's journey will take him next.